This video right here is in response to the A1 and Dane Calloway followers and his comments on the ADOS. As far as he said 98% of the ADOS is in fact Aboriginal Americans, all right, which is totally false, all right. One of the comments he said is that Christopher Columbus came to America in 1492, which is in fact true, all right. And he said he brought copper-colored people, which is Native Americans, back to Europe. But you got to realize that Christopher Columbus never stepped foot in what we call today the United States. He only went to the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. So he never stepped foot in the United States. So all the people that are claiming Native American, Black, Aboriginals, how are you going to be claiming that if Christopher Columbus never came to America? All right, that's one thing. And then the next thing is that, in fact, there are dark Native Americans, but there are no Aboriginals. What the Europeans did is they used the best words to describe what they were seeing or encountering when they came to America. All right. So the next slide, I'm going to show you a picture of a dark-skinned Native American. So this photo right here is of a photo of some dark-skinned Native Americans. All right. These are the Pima tribe. The Pima tribes are actually located in the Phoenix, Arizona location. All right. So what Spaniards did back in the day, they would call these people negro. And you know, in Spanish, negro is black or colored person. All right. So, like, if you were to see these people today, you would call them black, even though they're actually Native American. So what the Europeans were doing is they were calling them the closest thing to what they know. So black Aboriginals. They're not black Aboriginals. All right, I'm gonna show you another photo of them. All right, this is the family of the Pimas right here. All right, I actually know some Pima individuals personally, and they're more of like a red, darker copper colored complexion. And I know a lot of the Aboriginals like to say that's what they are. They're copper colored Aboriginals. What you'll notice is their hair isn't like most African Americans. Their skin complexion may be the same color of African Americans, but their other physical features aren't like the African Americans. And secondly, what I noticed is a lot of the Aboriginal followers, they don't believe in DNA. All right. So with this Pima tribe right here, this is one of the tribes they actually use for the proxy. One of the only tribes that they use for the proxy for Native American DNA in North America. All right. So if they wanted to like disenfranchise everyone and not tell them the truth, why would they use a dark-skinned Native American as the proxy for Native Americans? The reason Native American is not shown in your DNA is because you're not Native American, or it's so far gone, it's not showing at all. All right. I don't believe that 98% of the African Americans are Native American. If that was the case, 98% of African Americans would actually show up as Native American, and that's not the case at all. All right. And the Pimas, like if you were to go on GEDmatch, for example, they're one of the proxies you can actually compare your DNA to. And they're using a black native. All right. I'm going to use that again. Black native. All right. So they're not trying to hide anything from you in DNA. A lot of people always mention as well as don't give your DNA to the government. All right. When you're born in a hospital, all right, they already have your DNA. All right. When people take paternity tests to find the father of the child, they're doing a DNA test. All right. So DNA is actually real science. It's not anything false or anything like that. So you got to believe in the science behind it. They're not trying to hide anything from you. Stop with the conspiracy. So this next slide is a slide of my DNA cousin. All right. This is a DNA cousin that I met through Ancestry. He's part of the Zulu tribe. All right. So if DNA didn't work, it wouldn't show that I actually have a cousin all the way in Africa that I actually never knew. And what I found out is this guy, he's a descendant of Shaka Zulu, the great Shaka Zulu in South Africa. And he's part of what's called the Medebele Zulus, which they migrated to Zimbabwe. All right. A lot of people say that African Americans and Africans don't look alike. What I found out myself is that's totally false. That's a false narrative. There's beautiful Africans of all different complexions, and they look just like African Americans. All right, I'm gonna show you a photo of one right now from the tribe that I'm actually. All right, this photo right here is of a African and of the Zulu tribe. When people see this photo right here, they're not gonna necessarily think this is an African. They're gonna think of it this person of African American descent. All right, and this is just to show you that Africans and African Americans, we come from the same family. This person right here could actually be one of my family members. It looks like a person that in my family. And this is part of the Zulu tribe. I would never knew I was part of the Zulu tribe or had family in the Zulu tribe if I never took in the DNA test. All right. She's a beautiful lady right here. All right. A lot of the Aboriginal blacks in America, they've been liking to use this right here to show that as proof that they're Aboriginal American or Native American. They show basically what this is saying is that some Negroes were reclassified from Indians to Negro or colored or black. And if they were really trying to hide that, or I don't think it's as high a percentage as they think that people were being reclassified, as how Dane Calloway likes to say it, 98% of the ADOS is actually Native American. I don't think that's the case. All right, in my case, that's necessarily not at all. All right, let me show you one of my Native American ancestors. I'm gonna show you on the census how they were labeled. This is my great grandfather. Okay, as you notice here, where it says race, it says Indian. So they weren't trying to hide anything from people. People are getting it confused. So if you were Native American, it's actually going to show that you're Native American. If you're colored, it's going to show that you're colored. If you're mulatto, it's going to show that you're mulatto. Or if you're white or European, it's going to show that you're white or European. So people are making a big deal of that actually the name or race or ethnicity change. It wasn't 98% as Dane Calloway or A1 likes to, they tell you that. All right. I like to conclude this video with a photo of some Zulu women. All right. Because again, my tribe that I found in Africa were the Zulus. And I want you guys to forget all this nonsense that you're hearing online with false prophets, A1 and Dane Calloway and the other Aboriginal Americans who do not believe that they have any African descent. Their ancestors not from Africa. But when you tell them or ask them, can you trace your ancestry to an American Indian tribe? They can't. That's the quickest way to shut them up. I asked a few of them today, can you trace your ancestry to a Native American tribe? And they can't. Why is that? Because they're not Native American. All right, let me say that again. Because they're not Native American. If they were, they'll be able to trace their ancestry as easy as myself. Right now, they're pretending. They're fake Indians. They're wannabes. They're not the original people. All right. So next time you watch one of their videos, ask them, "Can you show me your ancestry to this specific tribe that you're telling me that I'm part of?" And the answer is going to be no. Because they don't know. They're just giving you this false information to make profit. They're making profit off of you guys for not actually doing your own personal research. If you did your own personal research, you'd actually find out that your ancestors were in Africa, not in America, and you'd be proud. You have a proud history in Africa, like myself. And again, I would like you guys, if you do like this video, like, subscribe, share, just hit the bell icon. All right, thanks for watching. Have a blessed day. Bye.